everyone and welcome back. Now the bodywork has been taken care of, it's now time to crack on with the mechanical stuff. So yes, hello everyone, and thank you very much for joining me once again on the MR2. Now that the bodywork has pretty much been completed, it's time to get all the mechanical stuff done. Over there, I literally have a pile of parts ready to be put on this car. I have coilovers, I have a full polybush suspension kit, I have a timing belt water pump kit, I have a clutch, I have a whole load of parts. So with that in mind, what I really want to start doing today is dropping the engine out of the car. Now by doing this, it's going to give me so much better room and access to work on things like the timing belt kit and the water pump, taking the gearbox off and doing the clutch. It's just going to make my life so much easier. So that's what I want to start by doing today. So let's go have a look at the engine bay and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so as I said, with the engine being in the centre of this car, it makes life pretty awkward when you want to try and do bits and pieces. Now, bearing in mind the timing belt is here, and I really do not have room to crack on and change that. So what I want to do is just drop this entire engine out of the engine bay. That way I can pull it to one side, I can clean up all these bits and pieces, I can literally give it all a good scrub, and I can replace all the parts that I have lined up for it, and then we can just pop it back in, and hopefully that'll be as good as new. So I'm going to start by trying to take this engine apart so we can actually drop it from underneath the car. Okay, so I'm going to be starting by draining all the fluids first. That way it's going to make my life a little less messy when I go to pull this engine and pull all the hoses and everything off it. And actually I need to start with the coolant anyway, because one of the jobs is going to be fitting this lovely aluminium radiator at the same time. So first of all, I'm going to disconnect all these hoses, get rid of all the coolant, then we can move on to the back and actually crack on with moving bits off the engine. So to go along with the new shiny aluminium radiator, I have also bought some proper silicone hoses to go with this coolant kit as well. So let me just put them in place. Obviously I'm not going to bother fitting the radiator just now because I'm going to concentrate on doing all the other engine work before I think about putting that back in. Okay, so there we go. In about 5 hours by myself, that's pretty good going, I think. As you can see, the engine is in quite a bit of a state, covered in that blue sanding dust from when I'd stripped down the car. Same as the engine bay, there's absolutely coated in just rubbish, debris, sanding dust again. So I want to make sure I give everything a good clean up, including the engine bay. So that's what we'll be doing next. And then we can start fitting all the new parts, like the time belt kit, the water pump, the new clutch, all those bits and pieces. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then.